June is National Immigrant Heritage Month, and a new book takes a look at the power of hope, faith, and optimism against life's most devastating and unimaginable challenges. It's called Crossing the Desert, The Power of Embracing Life's Difficult Journeys, and it's written by Payam Zamani, who is joining us live in studio to talk about it. Boy, do you have quite the story.
You know, I don't recommend it on anyone. It's what happens to you, but not that you seek it. But yes, I've had some challenges in life.
Well, can you talk a little bit about those challenges? You started as a kid in Iran.
Yeah.
You had to flee.
Yeah.
You became a refugee here in America, and then you started a billion-dollar business.
Just like that. So I was born in a Baha'i family in Iran, and you know, living in Iran is not a walk in the park. Being a minority in Iran is even worse.
Right.
And being a Baha'i in Iran is kind of like, you know, you have everything that you need to be mistreated and by the Islamic Republic, which that's exactly what happened. At age 11, I was expelled from school. In the book, I call it the bleeding mile, just experiencing that process of getting expelled with the idea of them wanting to kill you, not just expel you.
Right.
This is a time that they killed hundreds of Baha'is in Iran. Even 45 years later, they still don't let Baha'is attend universities in Iran and so on. You know, it's been an interesting situation in that country for a long time.
Well, that's what I read about you had siblings,
That's right.
smuggled, you had to flee. What was the hardest part that you think that you've been able to overcome and now, credit your resilience to?
You know, fleeing the country where I was born and leaving my parents behind and not knowing I'll ever see them again, seeing my mom hand me over to smugglers, people that by their nature are not supposed to be trusted, and just that experience of having to say goodbye to my mom, who dropped me off at this border town in Iran called Zahedan, but not being able to say goodbye because that by itself could have raised suspicion. That was probably the most challenging part of my journey. But then there were situations that I did not think I can get out of those situations alive. And then again, I talk about those in the book. But they were all part of the tapestry that I guess ultimately have made me who I am today.
Well, we're showing pictures of your family here. What is it like to look back and see how far you've come?
Well, you know, my mom passed away about 7 years ago. It's good to see her on the screen. I feel like, you know, it was just her anniversary of her passing. But it's good to see that their story is also told, because their story is my story.
Well, you have had so many successes as well in life. We don't want to dwell completely on the past, but talk about, you come here as a refugee, you start this billion-dollar business. What have you learned as you've grown your business? Yeah,
so that is one of the reasons I wrote the book, because in 1999, my brother and I, we had co-founded a company that we took public, and but through that IPO, and on the other side of the IPO, I realized that there was something significant missing, because most Silicon Valley entrepreneurs, most entrepreneurs in the current capitalist system that we have, they reach a level of financial success, but then they think that I have to do something bigger because that was not good enough. That's what fulfills us, the ability to accumulate more that we can consume, more of the resources of the planet. That's how we measure success. Well, that leaves us empty. And I really wanted to figure out how I'm able to infuse capitalism as we practice it with spirituality, so we feel a lot more fulfilled as a result. Luckily, even though I took that company public, I lost most of it because the dot-com bust happened. So it allowed me to rebuild, but rebuild in a way that I think has been much more fulfilling and joyful.
That you feel good about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's an event tonight with the book being out. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm really excited about the event that we have tonight. Plug and Play and Beta Millennium, they are hosting this event, and you know, I know that we have more people than there's capacity, but come on over, 1027 Wilshire, we'll figure it out.
There's that resiliency again.
Exactly, there's a way.
Working through the challenges.
Yes.
We'll leave it there. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you being here. And if you want more information on the book, just check out our website, kcalnews.com. Click Seen on TV. Chris?